Hey guys, it's Rachel. I just wanted to make a quick video to give you some tips on how to organize your notebooks for any kind of written notes and information that you are taking down for your JPlus business. It can be hard when you have papers everywhere and stuff, so having a nice little system can be very useful. So I'm just going to show you the way I do it, and then maybe you can organize yourself the same way, or maybe just take some tips and utilize it to find your own system. So the binder that I use for most of my notes is something you can get at Staples. It's basically a 3-ring binder, but the cool thing is it's a soft 3-ring binder, and so it's very easy to transport and to take around with you and stuff in your bag and such. And what it does is it has these little individual plastic keepers here that you can add papers whenever you need to. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the way I break my notes down. All right, so I have different tabs. The first tab that I utilize is my JPlus tab. Okay, so this is just information about the product. The actual little divider here is a pocket, so I can go ahead and put my order forms, copies of blank order forms right here and in that pocket. And then the pages are going to be just everything based on the product itself, maybe research information on it. What is JPlus? Maybe some information about the company and all that kind of stuff right here as I've taken notes down. I've just gone ahead and put them in this section. Section 2 is on the Tower Garden. So again, I have the file folder thing in the front, and I have order forms for the Tower Garden there. And then any information about the Tower Garden follows in that section. So the cool thing too is that you can take sheet protectors for any loose leaf pages that you have that, well, you can also, of course, hole punch them. But if you want to keep the sheets intact, you can just, I always love sheet protectors for throwing in additional notes like that. Okay, next section is on Transform 30 and Shred 10. Bunch of information there on that. Any kind of notes you're taking on that, you can put in that section. The Virtual Franchise tab is information about the business. So when you're talking specifically about the business itself, any information on that I put here. I have the thing that came with my kit about the process for the mission-driven model. And then this is the sheet that breaks down all the different point totals for each of the products. So I kind of keep that in that page. And any information about the points that you need for fast tracking and all that kind of good stuff, I have just printed out and gone ahead and put in sheet protectors, and any other information follows as well. Then I have a tab just for training, which honestly I'll be breaking down into further tabs. I've already done so a little bit. Any trainings that I take on any subject, I go ahead and put in this section. So I have some handouts from when I was at conference that I have in sheet protectors, and then various different notes that I have taken. Now, this could be, so training can really cover just about anything. So maybe you're doing a training on customer care. So I encourage you to start a new sheet when you're talking about customer care and just have that be your customer care sheet. And then you can even make this a new tab if you want to. Off on the side, you have a customer care tab. I may end up doing that. And then any other notes that you take on customer care, you can go ahead and just put in that section. Okay. Some of the other little mini tabs I have one on Facebook stuff specifically, and one on live events, like in-home events, whether it's like, you know, one of our smoothie workshops or something like that. I have training information in there. Okay. That's my general notebook. My customer care notebook, it's a smaller notebook, and it's kind of like a 3-ring binder, but it's so much easier to use. And again, it's nice and small. You can see per the size of my hand. So I can fit it right into my purse. So if I'm out and about and I have a couple of minutes where I'm sitting waiting maybe to pick a kid up, I can go ahead and go through my customer care and make some connections and record them. It's super important that you record all that information. The way I have recorded it is my tabs are just alphabetical. Okay, so I just have everything broken down alphabetical, and each customer according to either their first or last name, however you want to alphabetize. That way you can easily find your customers. The cool thing about this particular notebook, I got this at Staples, or was it Office Depot, one of those places, I think it was Staples, is, whoopsies, sorry about that. You can buy the little divider separately. You buy the basic notebook, you buy the dividers, and then you also have these little papers that easily can come in and out just by you lifting up and pushing back down in, so you can move stuff around easily, which I think is super cool. And so you can add more paper as needed. So what I do is every time I have a customer that I'm talking to about JPlus, I go ahead and at the top I just put their name and their phone number, and then I just start taking notes on whatever we're talking about. Okay, so you need to really be able to be specific with what their needs are, and this will keep track of what their needs are and how you've addressed them, or maybe you need to get back to them after you've researched something. So you can go ahead and always start with the date that you're talking to them, and then go ahead and add more notes as needed. I just pulled my paper out. Hold on a second. So like in this particular case, I have like the date that I first talked to this person, and then dates that I followed up and what I said on those follow-ups, and as I got that person more information. So super important that you keep track of all this stuff because you're going to forget, trust me, as you have more and more contacts. This is just contacts that I'm talking to. They don't have to be customers yet. They are potential customers. And then once somebody actually goes ahead and places an order, then I just highlight their name. So now I know that they are a customer that I'm going to be taking care of. Okay, so that's my general information on customer care. I hope that helps you, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.